I needed to go back to work. So luckily, IBM called me back and they said, you know, we have this 20-hour-a-week job we'd love to offer you. So I went back and I worked, and I was like the efficient worker that Shayna mentioned. I got so much done in 20 hours a week. But part of the reason it was so great is that I also got this iPhone, and now I could work while I peed. It was amazing, right? And so we all had these iPhones about 8 years ago, and now suddenly we work all the time. So I opened up my business really wanting to find out what people need. And I always ask this question: what do you need from a job? And I find that we hear kind of the same things over and over. But really the number one thing we seem to hear a lot about is flexibility. So you'll see here kind of the summary of all of the things we typically hear. But flexibility comes up all the time. So then we ask the follow-on question: well, how do you know you have this? What does this mean? Millennials are like, what is this Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 thing? I have an iPhone. I work all the time. And they feel kind of cheated in the fact that they're not getting some more flexibility. So what we need to start doing is figuring out how to offer this to companies, because we, as companies, have to change or be changed. Otherwise, we're going to lose our great talent to companies that are a little bit more innovative and brave.
We start working pretty much the minute we wake up, and we work until the minute we fall asleep. And so flexibility has really become a big, big deal for people. And flexibility is probably the number one thing I hear from people that they need out of a job.
Right now, Boulder's got this pool that's about this big. What if I could tell you could expand it to being this big? So here is the second inefficiency. It's around hiring, and it's this: that you are ignoring thousands of candidates because of the way we're structuring our days and structuring the work.
There are so many people out there right now in the job force that need flexibility. And especially, I will say, women. If you want to bring more women into your workforce and have more women as a part of your team, you've got to create an environment that provides for a little bit more flexibilization. Now, I'm not saying that you are just going to say that they're going to do whatever they want whenever they want, but now understanding that we have iPhones and smartphones that let us work pretty much all the time and anywhere, there's no reason for the standard 9 to 5, Monday through Friday job. Now we can actually offer a lot more flexibility just by the nature of all the technology that's come into our world. And if you do that and you actually shift your environment a little bit, you adapt your environment, you will immediately start to attract a whole new set of candidates, a whole new pool of candidates to your roles.
Right? I used to go to the bathroom to primp, and now I go to the bathroom to read email. How many more people do that? So I work constantly. I am always working. And same with all of us. We're working a lot. And yet, we still have the work environment being Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. When we really can work all of the time, and we are working a lot. So what does this all mean? What this all means is this: is if you can find a way to flexibilize your workforce, you can attract those candidates. So here's the 4 areas you can flexibilize. One is this: you can say that you're going to allow people to spread the 40 hours across the work week. Set flexible hours and set core hours. Core hours could be like Tuesdays and Thursdays, or from 10 to 2, something like that. And then the rest of the time, let people manage their own schedules. The second area is to actually take a full-time job and divide it down the middle and give an actual job share. Schools are doing this. If schools can do this, we can do this. The third area is to maybe cram the work into 3 12-hour days or 4 10-hour days. Okay, and that gives some people some flexibility with 1 or 2 days off a week. And then the final area is to actually create some part-time jobs. Okay? This is not that hard. It's reducing the scope of a job. It's maybe reducing a territory size. So let's start to do this. Let's start to figure out how we can maybe begin flexibilizing our workforce, because it's coming. We work with about 1,000 job seekers a year. They're all saying flexibility is the number one thing they need.